Hello. Hello, lovely humans. Welcome back to another vlog. This is going to be at least a partial outside working vlog, which means it's gonna be hot, which means I'm probably just gonna be doing a lot of time lapses because this garden is taking forever. I feel like Becca from De La Plants. You know her greenhouse, she just said, just felt like it took forever. That's how I feel about my garden. So the plan for today, Elias and his dad and Silas are currently trenching. Yes, it's very important that you see there. They're currently out there with a trencher that we rented, and they have about an hour and 45 minutes left. So a trencher is exactly what it sounds like. It is getting, oh my gosh, it's getting a trench all the way out to the barn, the goat barn, so we can get water and power all the way out there. So we don't have to drag hoses across the property. So when we have freezes, we've got warmers that we can plug in right there. Instead of using extension cords, we obviously use electric fencing for the goats whenever we move them around. So we don't have to have cords lying all around the property. It's gonna be fantastic. But, did I put these in the wrong feet? What is happening? These are the only boots I have that are like work boots. And Olivia borrows them to ride. But I'm gonna go weed whack in the garden because in order to get the tarps down, I need the weeds to be gone. And I keep thinking I'm gonna make forward progress on it, and then I don't. And this is like the last day. Tomorrow might be the second to last day that we have cooler weather, and then it's just gonna ratchet right back up. So I feel like I lost the whole week. Like, it was cold and I didn't take advantage of it at all. So Elias just showed me how to re-string the weed whacker. So I'm gonna toss in some deodorant, very important, and then get out there and start weed whacking so I can get a nice clean edge to get the landscape tarp under there. By landscape tarp, I mean billboard, because we are using billboards as our tarp. Because they were, well, I was gonna say they're cheap. They're not. They're just really heavy duty. Oh, I am like on the bare ends of this Primally Pure deodorant. This is one of my favorite clean ones. A lot of them suck. I think my favorite of all time is probably Piperway, which I should probably reorder. I really like that one. I mean, I'd wear that one on wedding days and it would do incredible. Anyways, I put the billboard down and then use landscape pins to like tuck it into place. And of course I've got the Duluth overalls on. I am obsessed with these because apparently they're stain proof, which I've got stains on them currently, but I haven't washed them yet because I only use them for when I'm working in the garden. I don't feel the need to wash them every single time, but it's like, you know, my work fit. Speaking of which, you can't even, there we go. With some old school Cabela's boots. Oh, I probably need protective eyewear. That stuff goes flying everywhere. So I'm gonna weed whack where I can, mow where I cannot, and go as quickly as I can because that baby will not give me much time. In fact, I think Isabella has her out in the garden right now as a means to calm her down, and obviously they can't stay there if I'm weed whacking. Oh, what a dazzling specimen. Good news. I had reinforcements help me get it started. And then I got going with it because I was so excited until I chopped all the strings off. So I had to restring it because it got sucked in so far. Oh, weird. How did that become so uneven? And Elias said he trims these, which is a huge bummer. I actually don't have. The learning curve with this is steep. Hey Isabella, do you have any shears on you? Can I have the pick thing? The thing that has a fork on one side and the knife on the other? I just need to cut this real quick. Oh yeah, the hori hori. Looks like that. There we go. I love this thing. All right, let's see if I can do it. My problem was, I was trying to pull this all the way out, but I just need enough to get the engine rotating. this is all cleared out. I've mowed up to here and on each of these little inlets, because you'll see like that's all done, which needs to now be cleaned up, but that's okay. So I would really like to get this walkway done. The girls are working on getting up the old gravel from over there. But here's my biggest issue right now, is there is an anthill right here. And I'm pretty sure it's the biting kind. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna grab my shovel and dig at this and just like toss some of it out. Because how I get the tarp down is I lift up the landscape timber and tuck it underneath. But with this right here as is, I'm just gonna get eaten alive, because this was part of the hill. The hill was like over the side of landscape timber. It's all the way up here. I don't even know if you can see it. So I'm just gonna see if I can dig some of it out and just go as quickly as possible. Elias recommended to do this. So if this goes horribly wrong, we blame him. And then give it some time to settle and come back later to see if, you know, they've all gone further underground, so then I can kind of work right here. Oh, is this fogging up? It is. Oh my gosh, it's so humid. I also have to be very careful of how much I'm filming outside, because my poor camera. All right. Yeah, hopefully that's good enough for now. I don't know. Now we're just gonna leave it for the ants to settle. Okay, I think they've calmed down enough, but I'm keeping the tarp away from them for now, just in case. I've got my gloves. I'm ready. I'm gonna go as quickly as possible. So I have that tarp, I think is wide enough to cover 2 walkways. At least I hope so. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I have these landscape pins. These ones are pretty heavy duty. Now that I've kind of been working with it for a minute, I don't think I needed them this intense. I also have these that I purchased, I think in person, at some sort of home improvement store. That would also totally work as well. But I'm gonna conserve these and use them on walkways, because as I've done this in kind of stages, the grass has grown back underneath some of these. So, and obviously it's coming through some of the beds as well. It's not perfect, that's okay. I will try to come back through. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. Any hoodles. I'm gonna save the heavy duty ones for the walkways, because those will get the most tension and the most traffic. So I'm gonna try to overlap generously and then use these to pin them down. So while I'm working into these landscape timbers, I'm gonna use the skinnier option. And luckily I actually don't need to use very many of these, because the weight of these will hold the tarp down in place. So I know I showed this on Instagram stories, but I don't think I've done it on a vlog yet. So let's dive right into it, shall we? And this is one of my new gardening tools. I was telling y'all I've got to do like a haul. Maybe I'll just casually show you some of them in this video and then link what I can. This is the Nisaku Hori Hori knife. So I usually have this on my gardening belt, tool belt. This is an actual knife, which is great. It's also curved, and then it has inches so you can see depth. There's a serrated side and just a normal blade side. So I use this for kind of cleaning up edges. I'll use the serrated side for kind of hacking away at weeds. I was able to dig into some pretty intense clay soil to break it up a little bit to use my shovel more easily, just because this has such a sharp edge. Now, of course, you gotta be careful when using something like this. And I don't let the kids use it, but to have it in my pocket has been so handy. I think I'm going to try to use it to cut this landscape tarp. I used an X-Acto knife last time, but this time I'm going to use this, and I think it's going to work perfectly fine. I actually just tested it on another piece of the billboard tarp, and it worked wonderfully. So between that and this bad boy, this is the Hachimon, made in Japan. This bad boy is beefy, okay? So I don't really use the fork side as much, but this side I'm using like crazy, which has been perfect to kind of get along in these edges. I won't do it over the tarp because this will actually pierce the tarp. But it's kind of acting like a little edger for me, or I'm using it to chop up the weeds that are in these beds. I also should probably come back through and sweep this up before putting stones down, but we got time for that. Starting in this corner over here, I'm gonna use this, get up under here, and lift just enough to get my fingers in. Also clean up some of these weeds with my hands, just so I can see what I'm doing better. All right, and then this here, that's all nice and loose. We've got rebar holding these in place. So I think what I'll end up doing is I'll just come back through with this again and lift it back up when I need to put my hand through. So now I'll just finish up on this side. This is a short little timber. I've also used the backside of a hammer for this, which actually probably was a lot smarter because now I have 2 sharp ends to deal with. But we're okay. And I take this, oh, here we go, the corner, and I'm gonna try to tuck this underneath both of these timbers as much as physically possible. So all this, I want all that to go, or at least be shoved that direction. So we ideally would have no growth coming out onto the walkways. It's still probably gonna happen because this is not perfect and this probably should have been done first, but it's gonna keep way down on it, I hope. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna film this. Okay, so I got it as best as I could. I think this is my first time doing an inner corner like this, which explains why I've been struggling so much, because I haven't done one like this. It is a bit of an issue because I have rebar here and rebar here, so I can't get as tight into this corner as I want to. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of the heavier duty ones and use it in the corner, and the ends of this are usually sharp enough that I can kind of just pierce it with my hand and then push in at an angle. Cool. And I will do probably one right here and maybe even one right here, even though there is a timber, just to make sure it's as secure as I can. These ones I'm gonna switch over to the thinner gauge, smaller gauge, you know. Okay, maybe the hammer was a good idea because I was able to hammer these in last time. That's okay. Let's keep going. And I cannot tell you the amount of times I would like push against these to give myself leverage to stand up and then be like, ah, dang it. I just pinched down where I didn't want to be doing that. Oh. I wish this was tugged back in further, but I can't because that. That's an ice pack behind my head. It's not even really ice anymore. And I'm wearing a top. I just took the sleeves down, or the straps down, to try to mitigate some of the tan lines. And everything's falling off. I overheat very easily. I don't sweat very well. It doesn't. There we go. So once I reach a certain point, I have to stop. And I think I got a little sunburn on my back. When I feel my heartbeat in my lips and in my nose, I know it's time to stop for a little bit. Apparently my mom has it, my aunt has it, I have it, Silas has it. Silas will actually get nauseous if he stays too hot for too long. I don't know what it is. But it certainly makes me feel puny when I'm trying to get garden stuff done. It's only 88 outside. It's really not that bad, and humidity's like 67. It's been so much worse. But my body just went, you need a minute. But the good news is I got the tarp in next to the anthill and didn't get bit at all. So we'll see how it goes, and if they like don't build back on top of it, would be awesome. Because I really don't want to use chemicals. If anything, yeah, I don't know what I'll do actually. I was gonna say I'll put salt on it, but that's for weeds. The ants would probably just be like, ooh, delicious, thank you. Okay, I need to go. I'll see you in the next clip, ideally less red. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, are you so cute? The window AC unit is making weird noises. Hello, welcome back to the next clip. I'm pretty sure the last clip, hold on, let's wait till we're in the next room. Here we go. I'm pretty sure the last clip was me like dying on the floor. That was last weekend. And I didn't pick up the camera after that. I didn't die though, in case you're worried. But I also stopped vlogging. I just stopped. I was like, okay. There is something very exciting happening today, and only moms of multiples will understand what's happening. All of the bigs are gone. She's about to go down for a nap. Elias is outside working on the pipes to run water and electrical to multiple spots on the property, which I'm so excited about. You guys, I'm gonna have water and electrical in my greenhouse. Yeah. Da, da, da. Yeah. And then we're gonna have electrical out to the barn. We're gonna have electrical out to the big trees out front for Christmas trees and string lights, and just so excited. So, but that means I'm literally gonna be the only conscious person in the house in like the next 15 minutes. What? So while she's sleeping, we're gonna see how much Mama can get done. So we're doing another clean with me vlog. But this time I can throw headphones in and I don't have to answer any questions. Because I usually don't have headphones in case somebody needs me. So I can listen to music, I can jam out, I can just zone out. Because like, no one's gonna need anything for the next 2 hours. What is mom gonna do? Remember to take before videos? I don't know, we'll find out. You say bye-bye? Bye-bye. A blow kiss. Yeah, that was very nice. Hi. I love her so much. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Hi. High five. High five. Good job. We're good night? Hi. High five. She goes, hi, for a full hi, and then goes, ha, when she wants a high five. Just to translate. Ha. Yeah. Ha. High five. All right, let's get you to sleep. Yahtzee, baby. Night, sweetie. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to work on, and I don't know what playlist I want to listen to. Okay, that's where we're at because I get to listen to a playlist. All I know is that I need a tripod to put y'all on, and I need a dongle. That's what it's called, okay? Don't make it weird. For the end of that, let's listen to music. Okay. I should also probably write, let's write a list. I do better when I have a list. Okay. I'm gonna do my hardest to try to accomplish things that like the kids can't do. Here's my deal though. I prefer clearing off flat surfaces. Like this table is just kind of a mess. We've been working on a puzzle for a couple days now. This one's actually, I think, is so stinking cute. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? So Elias and I have been tinkering with that for a few days, so it just kind of makes the table feel a little chaotic. All of that, and I didn't even grab my tripod. So I really want to clean this off. However, that's Olivia's area. And all of this is Olivia's area, and all of this over here is Isabella's area. But unfortunately, they're given like the easiest cleaning tasks that just happen to be tables and pillows and general pickup. And what feels best when you're cleaning is tables and pillows and general pickup. So on my list, I should probably stick with things that they are not going to do. Okay, so I need to fold laundry, and I've got Silas's load right there, and then a load of Elias and I's laundry down there. Probably should load and unload the dishwasher. Unload. You know what I meant. Burn boxes, if we don't have a burn ban. I had lofty plans of like laying them out in the garden, but it's not happening. So I just need to get those burnt. Turnt and burnt. Do I need to dust anything? I really need to hang some artwork. I have some pieces that I've been meaning to hang for a really long time, but that's not cleaning. Oh, fridges. And no, I'm not using that as like a clean profanity. I actually need to clean fridges. Just remembered I need to feed my starter because I have not made bread in several days. Is this looking questionable? Maybe. Okay. Oh no! I got mold. Darn it. This starter's toast. Good news, nobody panic, I have backup. Dang it. Now the issue with this is because this, I'll be pulling back up from like discard from the fridge, it's gonna take a lot longer to get up and get going again. Ugh, darn it. Look at this. This liquid on top, it's called the hooch. And no, I'm not pulling your leg, that's literally what it's called. So this has been sitting in our milk fridge for months. Don't be concerned about this color. It's totally fine, even though it's not in focus. Don't be concerned about this. This color is totally fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour this off, and then I'm gonna use a decent amount of this because it's gonna take a while to kind of get it kick-started again. I'm actually gonna pour this into our scrap bucket over the top of some bread that we've got in there that started to turn just a little. See how it's dark? This is fine. This is not mold. This is just discolored from the hooch itself. So that dark colored hooch, not moldy. None of this is moldy. It has a very distinct sourdough smell to it. So I'm hoping that once this gets fed and up and going again, it will just be like so good. It's like peanut butter consistency. That is wild. So because it's like that, I know that I'll probably need to use a little bit more water to get this going. I could have stirred the hooch back in, but I didn't. And that's probably why it got this consistency down below. Now usually I do a 1:1:1 ratio, so like 1 part starter to 1 part water to 1 part flour. So for example, this is about 150 grams of starter. I'm gonna do a little bit more water because this is so thick. I think it needs to be rehydrated a little bit more. So probably do like 175 on the water. Or 183. Whoops. And then I will do like 150 for the flour. Sometimes I like to stir the starter and water together first, but this is so thick that I don't think I'm gonna get really far with this. I should have fed this less. This is gonna take a bunch of feedings to get back to where it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna go through a lot of flour and a lot of water if I keep it up at this rate. So I will not continue to feed it this much. Oops. Oh, this smells so good. Now I'm gonna cover with a cloth and mark it with the level spout here. Wow, what a straight line. That looks great. And the time, 2 p.m. on 8/3. You can't read it, but I can. That's all that matters. So I'm actually gonna keep it right here in the middle of the counter so I can see it, and I'll be thinking about it a little bit more often, and we'll try to feed this again before bedtime to give it a good, robust couple of feedings before maybe starting to make bread tomorrow. Now it's time for music. What am I gonna listen to? I don't know. Are we vibing with some Eminem right now? We might be vibing with some Eminem right now. One day, I'm just gonna rap along to all the songs that I know all the words to and shock the pants off my kids. Actually, that'll probably be Elias with Tech 9. Let's see. What are we doing first? What are we doing first? We should come up with a plan. Should I empty and load the dishwasher so that's running while I do other things? Let's do that. Okay. Take 2, because my husband came in and started talking to me. So we might have a tish bit of an issue. Elias ordered these so we can have their frost-proof yard hydrants. So we can have water near the, oh, you look even more wet in camera. So we can have water near the garden, near the goats, near the horses, just the whole kit and caboodle. But it's a lot taller than you thought, because you read.
When you order these, the listing says 3-foot garden hydrant. Cool, 3 feet. That's perfect. 1 foot underground, it'll stick up 2 feet taller. Great.
Except
then when it shows up, it says 3-foot berry depth.
Which means it's how tall?
It means 3 feet of this is supposed to be buried.
That's a 5-foot tall pipe.
But our frost line is 1 foot. I didn't put my pipes 3 feet down.
You didn't put pipes? Okay, so we're gonna go take it outside and see if it's just gonna be nonsensical.
Wait, I gotta say one thing though.
Okay, tell me.
So everybody doesn't think I'm stupid for doing that. Jamie thought that you're supposed to pump.
I did. I totally did. I was like, well, that's really awkward to like work at that angle, you know? Like to be working. And he kind of gives me a weird look. And I was like, wait, is this just like an on switch? And he's like, yeah. I was ready though. I was ready to hand pump it. I was worried about the kids pumping it. Oh, I guess both of us were a little bit dumb when it came to these things. Okay, so now we're gonna go test it out in the hole to see how tall it is gonna be out of the ground. Because we can't go any deeper because the pipes are only a foot deep. And that needs to connect to the pipes.
I could dig and I could route the pipe down.
Yeah, but at that point it's just worth turning it.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no. All right, moment of truth. I feel like that's taller than Silas.
Might be.
What do you think? Can you pump it at when it's that high?
I'm getting water.
So dumb. I can just imagine it like on off on the other end of the hose. We could trick the girls and tell them that's how it works.
Yeah.
They'd probably believe it. Oh,
It's too tall.
I feel like it is too. Well, I'm sorry.
Alright, you're going to Home Depot.
Okay, I love you. What did you just say?
So I can't get this stupid booger off my face.
You're so gross.
It's like this task.
Like
It's
a booger on
a
your face.
booger, and you're trying to flick it, and it won't get up. You're trying to. You've never heard that before?
No, I've heard it. I've just never filmed you saying it. Oh. I can't see. Oh. I think I came out though because there's more dishes out here. Sometimes I tell the kids to take food out to the birds. And they do, but they just leave the bowls or the containers out. I'm like, great, that was helpful, thank you. So Elias and I had not an argument, a discussion this morning about how he needs to get rid of some shirts. Because I was like, you have almost as much clothing as I do. Like, and all you wear is like t-shirts and jeans. And he's like, no. And I said, you should get rid of the ones with the holes in it. He goes, no, they're work shirts. And he was gestured to the shirt that he was wearing. And then he just went to take it off. And the whole back of it, you gotta turn around. The whole back of it ripped.
It's just an enhanced secondary neck
Enhanced secondary neck hole. Oh, now I kind of want to see it on. That looks like, you know, how like girls will like cut up their shirts to make it more fun.
hole. Which neck hole do I use though?
The bigger one, obviously.
Enhanced one?
It's breastfeeding for me.
And then when you're done, you just do that.
Okay, wait, turn around.
And it's an open. Wait, did I just invent a new breastfeeding shirt? Because this is a style shirt, right? Where it's like open in the back, and then you just swap it over, and then you just put it back.
I feel like this is Lauren's way of telling you that I was right.
Well, what happened is that it's wet, so I was taking it off.
Yeah.
And I tried to pull it.
You can hear it. Wait, you should Hulk out of that. And just see if it'll work. But there's no ripping on the front, so you're gonna have to like, yeah.
Well, the color probably won't rip.
Yeah. Now that's it's great, dear. Hey, at least you have a free hanger now. Because this guy has a rule, drives me insane. He goes, if it's on my torso, it hangs. So even his super crappy, holy work shirts that like look like they need to be used as disposable towels, it goes on his torso, so it has to hang.
Yep.
Sweatshirts that he never wears, they have to hang.
Yep.
Oh, that was fun. I'm crying again. There's another one just like it.
No, I fixed it.
No, one with holes in it and everything.
These shirts are older than our marriage.
Okay, that should tell you something.
I think I got these when I was probably about 16.
Yikes.
Fruit of the Loom combo pack from Walmart.
Wow, the fact that you remember that, but you don't remember my birthday. Is
I
I gotta go. I can't be here anymore. I gotta go. And you're just pacing back and forth on camera.
Where's that? Goodbye.
Midday birdie check-in. It's pretty hot right now, so I'm just gonna come give them some scraps. Got the scrap. Oh, gross. So many cucumbers. Ooh, they're gonna be happy though. Hi, Birdie. You wanna come in? How are we doing on eggies? We're doing okay. All right. We'll leave those in, collect them later tonight. Unfortunately, some of our birds are out. We had 2 of them go broody recently, and I didn't realize that both of them were sitting on a clutch of eggs. And each of them now have a chick. And Long John Silver, our leghorn, is the dad. And then we have the Brahmas and the Jersey Giants that are out and about somewhere. So I gotta find them before the neighbors call the cops. Or animal control. They have literally nothing better to do with their time, even though all of our neighbors have free-range birds. Chick update though, because y'all saw that we got those a couple months ago. I keep trying to make this hairstyle work, and right now it's just failing a little bit. We got 5 Jersey Giants and 5 Brahmas. They are some of the biggest chicken breeds in the world. The goal of that was to start our own little breeding program. We wanted 1 rooster of each, and I think 3 hens, but they ended up giving us bonus ones of each breed. Well, we have since lost 3 of the Jersey Giants to various causes, so we're down to 2. Luckily, 1 of them is a rooster, so we can still kind of continue out that breeding program that we wanted. And we have 4 of the Brahmas left. It turns out 2 of the Brahmas are roosters. So we are now looking at, well, not knowing what these chicks are that just hatched out. They're gonna be half leghorn and then half whatever the mamas were that laid them. So those are gonna be good egg producers, but they're not gonna be very big birds. The Jersey Giants and the Brahmas are going to be massive, but we are now looking at 4 roosters in that tiny little chicken coop. Have I talked about Prop 1 yet here with you guys? I don't know, I think I've only talked about it on stories. Texas passed something, I don't know if it's at the end of last year or the beginning of this year, called Prop 1. Apparently there's this farmer that kept getting fined for having long grasses. Long story short, the onus is now on the government, whether it be local, city, county, or state, to describe why the law is necessary to prevent harm to people, etc. There's more to it. You could totally look it up if you were interested in it, especially if you live in Texas and you're battling stuff like we are. So we would like to fence in our entire property. I do have to be kind of careful like how much I divulge and how much I say, because we have a neighbor that absolutely hates us. One specific neighbor hates our guts. So I can't reveal our full hand because I don't know if they're watching this. Frankly, like they said when we confronted them, however, like a year and a half ago or whatever, longer, I wasn't even pregnant with Millie. So it's been like 2+ years since we've confronted them, and they've called the police and animal control dozens of times since then. But they said that they followed me because they wanted to support what we're doing. So I don't know if that's the case here. I don't know. So that's my little story time. I'm gonna get back to cleaning something. Let's go into a folding laundry time lapse, shall we? Oh, should I make another cup of coffee? Yeah, I clearly don't seem caffeinated enough. Let's do it. It smells like Starbucks. So many memories. I've been saving all of the leftover coffee from my coffee pot and throwing it in this mason jar in the fridge. And then when I want the iced coffee, obviously the sugar doesn't dissolve super well in there. So I will heat up about like an inch of coffee with sugar in the microwave, let it dissolve, and then add ice to it and proceed with my iced coffee. Whoops. Did I literally just break this cup? I just broke my, oh, no, I love these cups, even though they're plastic. This will be the last cup of coffee in this one. This is the best part. I will fight anyone who says any differently. Watching the milk or cream swirl in to the rest of the coffee. That is way too light for me. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to deal with it. Oh yeah, that's milk. That's just. Perfect. We recently got a baby monitor that has like a video on it, and the entire intent of it was just for when she wakes up from her naps for me to see if she's awake. And it looks like she might be waking up right now, but she's only been asleep for 2 hours. That's not normal. So I definitely saw eyeballs. I just don't know if she's gonna get herself back down because we just got it a couple days ago, so I don't know her like actual nap patterns. I just know when she starts making noise. So I'm gonna leave her in there. I'm gonna keep going. Next part of my cleaning, I actually kind of made more of a mess. Turns out, surprise, we actually invited some neighbors over for drinks tonight, so we think that we're gonna do that like 7:30. So I do need to clean up some of the stuff that we would typically leave for the girls. Like the speaker that my son brought in. We found an old phone of mine, and Silas has been using that as his phone. He's been calling it his phone. It's actually kind of cute. He can't really access anything on it. He can't even access YouTube or anything, but he loves taking pictures on it. And so he's just been having a lot of fun. And there's a lot of my old music on it. So he brought the speakers out to the garden the other day, so we had music to weed to. Here's the part of my clean where like I probably need to get focused. I spent way too much time dancing. I was trying to get that last load of laundry folded in 10 minutes. It took me 13. And the only reason is because I was shaking my thing, you know? And I don't need to be shaking my thing. But now that the baby's like kind of up, I'm gonna keep my headphones off and just start cranking. And do something called the object permanence clean. Walk around and go, do we really need a crate of decor items in front of the chairs right here with the miscellaneous do we really need that? Or can I pick that up and go put that on the decor shelves? Let's kind of run through some of these ideas. Do we really need all those boxes next to the back door? Probably not. One other variation of that question is, how long have these bottles been sitting here, and how long will they continue to sit here? These are our reusable glass water bottles that we fill up with our Berkey water, so we can just grab and go whenever we need to. Or if it's really hot outside, we keep a couple of these in the fridge. So we were not buying plastic water bottles and just like spending a lot of money on something that just has to get thrown away repeatedly. So these all need to be filled. How long do these need to be here? You know, just how long? This vase, I took flowers out of it a week ago, and it's lived here, and it goes in here. This is really far, but I might not have much time. See, now what I want to do is just go watch her because she's so cute. You guys are so cute. And somehow that one got out. Well, it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks really good, actually. So what's left?
Another one?
No, what's left for this?
This one's done.
Can you turn it on?
No, I gotta do the other one first.
Oh, okay.
There's no water, so yeah.
But you could pump it. If you try pumping it really hard.
Yeah. No. Once I get water over here, though, then I'll get the concrete wet.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait. So there's a shut off, there's that, and then that's gonna be electrical.
Yep.
Which is gonna be sweet. I can't wait to have you do Christmas lights on the barn.
No, kids.
That's what the kids are
I understand why
for.
my dad never put Christmas lights on.
You say that, but you love doing it.
I love seeing them. I love the reward.
Yeah, the process not so much. No. This last year the girls were really helpful though.
Yeah.
That helped. That was better. Can you undo the trailer and or help me move the chickens?
Yeah, I can undo the trailer.
Okay, thank you. These poor birds. It's too hot for them over here. So I'm going to, hi ladies and sir. I'm gonna attach the zero turn and drive them over there so they're in the shade. Hi babies. Gotta close this up. Oh, I should probably dump this water first. Sounds like farm animals in here.
Yeah.
Hose it down. Try to give them some cool ground to stand on before cleaning out their water. It'll be much better now that they're in the shade though. We try to rotate them as much as we can but on days when the weather is just too intense, we just park them in a spot. And we're aware that this is gonna probably burn the soil right here, but that is a sacrifice we're willing to make. We just need our birds to be healthy. Now, to deal with this thing. Good thing I came in when I did. Baby is officially hollering. I'm gonna try to dry out some mullein leaves. I'll need a little bit more time. She is ready to be out. She wants to bust out of that joint. Good morning. Oh, are you sad? Are you happy now? Your mama hold you? Your mama hold you? Yeah. I'll put the camera down. Okay. Hello. Walk your floor. I got so caught up with, oh wait, I forgot you don't have a diaper on. Just got a little bit of a rash, so I'm letting it air out. So you just stay over there, you cutie patootie. Got a little carried away with the cleaning off camera, but good news, this is completely picked up, looking great. I put those like miscellaneous tomato plants that I'm rooting in water over there. It's decor. So I've now cleared off all right here. I don't know why these are being all weird. Don't look too close though, because I haven't cleaned my blinds in I don't even know how long. Well, it looks better than it did. And I moved the ice maker over just a little bit further. I won't leave that. I might actually leave that there. Listen, these neighbors are rapidly becoming some pretty close friends, so I don't think they'd judge. I have a little bit more picking up to do over here. Those are leftovers that we're gonna have for dinner. A lot to do right there. And then I dried out the mullein leaf. So next step is just gonna be like to literally crinkle it off of the stem, because the stem takes forever to dry out. So I don't ever end up saving that. We got a couple more water bottles that I could fill because I just found those outside by my car. The kids cleaned out my car and I just left a bunch of stuff on the ground next to it. So I've got a little bit left to do right here, but look at that. Oh, I forgot the boxes, darn it. And then I got rid of the little box over there. Now I'm gonna go around the house and do a little trick my mom taught me. You take an essential oil. This one is like a really, I've owned these for so long, so I actually don't use them for any sort of like topical treatments or anything like that. But I'm gonna take this sweet orange scent and put a drop on all of my light bulbs. This is like the hostessing hack. My mom actually used to use vanilla scented oils, but there's something about the smell of citrus that I just love. I love. All of my body wash is citrus scented. All of my shampoo, if I can get citrus scented, I'll do something like bergamot or anything just like adjacent to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk around and just do a little drop. Now my mom would put it on a Q-tip and then like rub it on the top. Literally just gonna like take it and rub a little bit on top of the lamp. We'll see if it smells any better like when Elias walks in later. He might be like, wow, it smells incredible, or I don't smell a single thing. And oh my gosh, it kind of blinds you a little bit if the lamp's already on. And the nice part about it is it's diffusing without using a diffuser. You're just using the heat of the bulb to naturally kind of slowly warm up the oil. All right, so I'm just gonna take this. We're gonna focus on the bulb, thank you, and just tilt the bottle. This isn't pouring very well. You're not even focusing. Kind of just, there we go. That's it. I put way too much on there. Ah, that's hot. Perfect. Now hopefully the whole house will smell nice and citrusy. Done. We got that, and I got some in the other room too. What are you eating? What is this? Is that oyster? You take a bite? You're not done with that bite yet? Bite? Oyster and garden fresh tomatoes. These ones are split, so she's kind of like eating around them, but. What? Uh-oh, did you just drop it? Where'd you drop it? That is wild because oyster is so good for you. So many minerals, so many nutrients, and my 1-year-old's eating it. My husband would never. My son probably would never. My girls would, if it was fresh, not canned, they might be into it. But this thing, look at you. Look at you. You want a bite? Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Good job. Good job, baby. These are my go-to, these and sardines. If I need a really quick protein snack. What? You want more? You want more? How do you say more? More? No. Okay. Well.